Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Here
Hey,
we
y'all.
are, just the weekend right after Beaumont, and I can tell you that I think we're all feeling it. We got the con syndrome badly.
The con crud.
Yes, but have to say it was a very good show, and I know we did a lot.
Hmm.
I think
I,
that's a nice way of saying, Greg, we all feel like hammered hell.
Pretty
yes,
much.
Yeah.
we
I
probably
like
all feel like we had those hurricanes at the after party.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm
Yes,
gonna say we all resemble that remark.
y'all missed a great after party at Beaumont. I have to say that was fun. We had
Oh,
about
yeah.
20 people, and the fun thing is it was homecoming, so there was a bunch of kids there. And I know Justin Nemo went over and talked to one of the tables, and it was so funny because after that, you could see all the kids texting on their phones immediately, like, "Oh my God, you won't believe who's here!"
That's hilarious.
So yes, that was fun. Now, I know we did, like I said, a ton of interviews. We recorded part of the cosplay contest. We have the winners. I think we'll probably just add the picture of that towards the end for first, second, and third.
Okay, let me just say I never attended a cosplay contest, and that was so much fun. I did not really understand. Okay, look, okay, whatever. Y'all can totally harp on me, whatever you want. I don't care. I did not. I figured it, but I didn't understand it. When you go on stage, you are fully engulfed in that character, and people really live that out. I mean, there was that lady with the cage on her head. I was kind of scared. I was like, is this legit? Like, what was the character? Like, do I need to go protect Clint? What's happening, man? Like, okay, So it was so much fun and interesting. And the fact that a lot of these costumes were like handmade for me, because me and Greg sat in the front, and I was gonna be the stalker on the side, but I didn't have a cupcake, so I couldn't pull that off. But it was like, I don't know, it was just cool, and like everyone was cheering and chanting them on for the people that were nervous, and I was just like, oh, I will never enter one because I'm not ballsy enough to do that.
I can say
to do it, okay? Because I don't have the big enough balls to do that.
Well,
I
she
can
was
say
from
after judging Tyler's Comic Con, it's not an easy task to do.
no, and she was actually a character from Fallout 4. So I mean, with these
Fallout,
cosplay
okay.
contests, you have to actually know the games, you have to know the anime, you have to know the movies, you have to, I mean, it's almost everything that you have to know.
Who was Sergeant Monkey? Did I miss one?
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry.
was the one that, if I'm almost positive, that's the one that yelled at CJ during her interview for calling him sir instead of sergeant.
Oh, man, and I
Sergeant.
missed that, damn it.
Yes, Sergeant. Sergeant, yes,
Yes.
Sergeant. It's Sergeant in the
You know-
beginning, whatever your statement is, and Sergeant that you cannot call him sir. And I'm like,
You
okay.
gotta give credit where credit's due, man. Like, people like their titles. I get it.
I know, but I grew up Army brat. Everybody's
And
sir.
when they're dressed up, they do like to be in character. So you
But he was
really got to
funny.
pay attention. And you should have seen the sergeant bars. Come on now.
I know. But
there
no,
we
I
go.
liked him. He was cool. I liked him.
Now I have to say the other thing that I liked
Oh,
was
the sir, is that it? The Cardinal in Texas calling him?
yeah.
Quite possibly.
I don't know. I felt
could be.
like that was more like a ma'am. Like, everyone is like, yes, ma'am, or my old lady. I feel like that's a Texas thing.
Darlin is a Texas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's more of a southern.
Honey,
I mean, you get the sugar, the
bless your heart.
darling. That's more southern. That's not
Be
just
careful
Texas.
on the bless your heart, depending
Well,
upon
no, let
the
me just
tone
say,
depends
you're
on
so
whether it's a good or a
sweet.
bad.
When people tell you that, oh, you are just the sweetest thing. They're being
I should have told Sergeant Monkey that. I should have said, "Oh, you're just so sweet, Sergeant."
They don't mean it. Okay, look, let me give
you didn't say bless your heart.
I didn't, and I should have.
No, we are totally being sarcastic when we say those things. Well, sometimes. When I say it to Josh, I mean it in a very mean way. Oh, bless your little heart. I throw the little heart in there because I'm just
Kind of like,
What?
bless
You
your
know.
heart. I prayed for patience this morning, and God gave me
It's like
you.
learning a
That
whole
is
nother-
true. You're learning a whole new
Whole.
language. I mean, it's just the true thing. And the more that you're around more like countrified people, is what I call them,
Yeah.
then like the true Texans that were like, been here, then their country accent comes out and then it goes away, right? We start using the word y'all. Well, y'all yonder, go over, come
Well,
yonder.
there's y'all, there's all y'all, and then there's all y'all.
There we go.
Definitely is Southern.
Well, yes.
My
Who
ass.
was that?
Yes.
Philip Johnson. Yes.
Yes.
Love you.
Yes.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
That is
Yes.
That is so
Exactly it.
true.
I hope Josh isn't
But-
watching. Now he's going to figure out all of my like snarky comments. Oh man.
Now I have to say, it was fun meeting Brooklyn Patches. I call him Nye Patches for New York. He was fun, and he was actually at the dinner. Poor kid. He sat next to me. He had hell.
Bless his heart.
Bless his little heart.
But it was definitely nice meeting the actors and actresses there for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They had Steve Andrino, Justin Nemo, Christina Ho, and Liana Rodriguez. And they were nice as can be.
Don't be talking
And the
about
cars were like super cool.
The cars were super cool. The vendors that we talked to were super
they were
cool.
awesome.
Love
Okay,
Roger.
look,
Some of
let
the
me tell you-
cosplayers.
Let me tell you my favorite. Okay,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be real with you. I spent the most money at this booth. Throw it out there. Okay.
Do we want to know?
Yeah, you definitely do. Dick Cox was my.
I
favorite.
knew that's where you're at.
I gotta do a business
No, what was
card.
funny is if
Let
you
me
watch
tell
the
you.
video,
Nope, it got
I'm
cut off.
talking.
It
I'm
got cut
talk-
off.
Oh, it did it?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm talking to him and Greg's going like this with the camera because
It's
he's laughing so
hilarious.
hard.
Okay, look. Let me tell you why. So I always come back with stuff when I go to these conventions for my kids and sometimes for Josh, right? And usually he's like, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. My kids love it, and he just was indifferent. So I got a hot sauce, right? And I was like, okay, look, my husband is Indian. I need a hot sauce that he's going to like. And I don't like hot sauce, so I'm not going to try anything, right? I'm just being honest. And they're like, okay, you're going to want Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and confused.
Yeah, he named them all after movies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I got that one, and I bring it home, and my brother-in-law is also here, right? So I was like, great, 2 Indian people together, fantastic. Try this. So I put out a chip for them, and they're like, yeah, it's okay. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, I feel it. This is good. So that will always be my favorite booth because for once in my entire life, I brought something back that my husband liked, and it was friggin' hot sauce, okay? But the lady that was at his table also, hold
There
on.
were 3 of them
There
at
were
the
3 of
table.
them.
Yeah, Teresa, which is a bomb name because that's my middle name. The only difference is she has an H in it and I don't. Anyway, she had all homemade bath salts and stuff, so I dropped money there too. I mean, I couldn't get away from the table. I was just like, man, what's going on? And then Scott didn't help me either because Scott was coming over trying the hot sauces and stuff. So then I had to buy the black garlic because Scott was like, ooh, this tastes good. So then I had to get that. And then, the next thing I'm like, Scott, man, you're racking up my bill. Like, go away. You are just racking up my bill. So needless to say, Scott helped me spend my money at that booth.
Well, the cool thing is that
we
booth
did get the
was
black garlic here.
Basically, that was 4 booths in one. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, because the one lady also had the cups.
There was one lady that had the
cool.
cups,
She was
one
cool.
had the homemade, and then Mr. Dick Cox himself had the hot sauce and the wood.
Yes.
Doesn't help, which is when Greg started doing this when he was taping.
Well, no, it was what he was saying that got me
I
laughing.
know.
He was like, "Don't
He's
ever
cool.
Google Dick Cox or."
You're gonna get in trouble. Just
Man,
Google
but
this
the
instead.
swagger that he had going on, man, I mean, he just like fully embodied like chill as hell. Like if you wanted to know what a person that's just chill as hell looks like, Dick Cox looks like that, like straight up. Like no care in the world. I make hot sauce and wood, man. Like my life's great. Like I just loved it. I just drew me to the table, honestly. Loved it.
And I also just reminder we did record the panel, and when those get put together, they will be on YouTube.
Sure what I said.
We will be on YouTube, and we will be putting them everywhere we can. Now, the one thing
Why
I
are
do
you
want to
dying?
say,
What is your problem? What did I say? I said hot sauce. Like I didn't even say anything
Just-
bad.
I'm ignoring it like usual.
You're being ignored. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really like usually I can own it when I did something, but I really just don't know what I did this time, Greg. Like I thought I was pretty censored, so I don't know.
It went over my head, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say,
No.
I thought about this last night, and it's like, we did record the cosplay panel, but that's something that you can't really put on the podcast where the people just listen to, because you really have to see those outfits.
Mhm.
You can't just listen to that. You have to see the outfits.
They were cool. Like they
Yes.
were
The ones from, is it
Cool.
Cyphacon? Is that how you pronounce it?
Cyphacon.
Yeah, the two from
Cyphacon.
Cyphacon were like wicked awesome. The blue one, the Nightmare King from the Nightmare Christmas Nightmare thing, she
Yes.
rocked. And then the one in gold was awesome too. It was like
Oh,
their
Sally?
costumes to me were number one.
Well, the one in gold, I know she was Greek mythology,
Mhm.
but she got third.
Hey, but
Gotta
okay,
pick
let's
her
Mambarella
in
got an honorable mention, and Doc Ock got second, and then
Let's
the
talk
Fallout Lady
about
got first.
the Greek mythology's shoes, okay? She was that, I don't even know what they're I can't remember the name, but it's
She
like
said it took her an hour to get her makeup on.
Yeah, but she's half
Yeah.
an animal. I don't remember. Anyway, she has hooves for feet. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. She has hooves for feet, and that girl literally was walking on her toes. She did not have a heel, and it was just like, from a woman's standpoint, power to you, girl.
For
I
real.
definitely would have let you win for that, because one, high heels just suck in general, and then being on it and tiptoes with no heel, girl, you won for me, hands down. You won.
I'll tell
But-
you, and to be in it all day really sucks, because I was in my cosplay for that before, and I actually broke my toe the day before, and I had boots on the next day with, a little bit of a heel, but I'm normally in flats. I'm usually in flip-flops. So by the
Mhm.
time it was done, I broke my big toe. Like my big toe and like most of the foot was like purple, black, and blue.
Mm.
And it's like you gotta suffer for it. Just saying. Suffer
But-
for the cause. Cosplay.
Pain is beauty. Pain is beauty.
Love the panel with the Power Rangers. And
Yes.
And I know, like I said, we had so many interviews. I can't even
A lot.
mention all the names, but I know it was all the vehicles. We did a ton of vendors. The Rock Lady was cool.
The
I
wood
want to call
guy.
it abstract painting. Roger, love him, by the way. He's one of the nicest
Oh my God,
guys.
he's such a sweetie. I just want to hug him. I love Roger.
Who were the ones, the panda ones, where we had the cool
Oh,
glasses? we were
geared
tipping
up,
it over?
crafty panda girl. You thought I was going to forget that name? Oh no! And Amanda, shout out for like adding me on Facebook. We are now BFFs. Truly,
Nice.
I love it. Yes.
And then the Starfleet and my crew actually got friended by one
Yep.
of them, so
Nice.
that was cool.
And then, of course, Cyphacon, which have to mention, they had been their mini event this October 30th and 31st for esports, which
Yeah.
that sounds exciting. I wish I could
That's
make
a
it,
pub
but
crawl, right? They're doing a pub crawl.
yep. Wish
Wow.
I could make it, but just
Man,
can't do it this year.
let me tell you what, the Cyphacon people, honest to God, like I mean this wholeheartedly. Y'all are some badass people, okay? From your cosplay to just fully being about Dr. Ock and then the Ghostbusters, like y'all are just badass, and I love you all dearly, and I feel like we're all friends, okay? Like I literally feel like, because I hadn't met them in person, okay? Like I was on a
Mhm.
panel with Greg and moderating it, and I didn't ever actually meet them. So I will just say I feel like I've known you my whole life. You are welcome to my house anytime. Okay? You can dress up if you want or not. Y'all are some just badass people, and I love it. I do.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
Doc
it.
Ock
I don't
and
want-
I
I
have a
don't wanna-
bond
I
because
don't
he
wanna jinx
goosed me in Eastern Rim, so he
I
and I
don't
have
want
a
to jinx
bond.
them, but if y'all ever need a place to stay, Amy just offered it, and I'm not going to say why, but y'all will figure that out before long. Oh man, they were cool as hell, and I love the Lion's Den, the comic book store inviter.
Yeah, they were cool.
And there are some really cool artists. There was this one guy that made some really neat stuff with wood. He actually did part of it where he burned it with like electricity. That was kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah.
There was some phenomenal actual artists. Some of them
Here,
where they
because
actually
we're
they
talking
didn't
about the crafty panda.
the
Amanda,
panda.
check it out. I should just give this to her because she lives my life motto, which is pandas. So, boom, Amanda. But yes,
And
I'm sorry.
and can't forget Sam De La Rosa was there, and he did sign our
Yes.
badges. Yes,
Yes.
he did
And
sign our
he gave
badges.
me and Clint bunny ears.
Yep.
Here, I'm sorry, I have that too. Here.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, I have cool stuff around me when I'm not in my office. Okay, I do.
I have all of our badges.
That's one of the things I do collect from the cons is the badges. So
Yeah.
definitely enjoy that.
I like
Yeah,
these
Got 'em.
I have them all hanging up from Comic Palooza to Beaumont, Eastern Rim.
So I'm not gonna lie, I like these lanyards because they're not like a clip.
Mm-hmm.
And from a girl's point of view, I like it because my hair can't get caught in it. That's why I like it.
Yes.
Like legit, I'm not even lying. I love this and I love this. But it's just I'm weird. I really
The one
feel
I
weird.
got, I can't remember what it's from. It's like Caloocan or something like that. The one we got for
Conroe.
for Conroe, yeah. And I liked it because there was no clip behind it. It was just a ribbon that went down and around, and I like that.
Doc Ock. Yes, those badges were cool. And
Doc Ock,
congrats,
did
by
you
the way,
hear my
John.
shout out to
Congrats,
you?
by the way, John.
Hey, I know your name now. You're not just Doc Ock in my brain. Now I know your name. I'm so sorry that I didn't know it before. Every time I've seen you, you've been Doc Ock. So I'm so sorry, but I am happy I know your name.
He needs to change his handle to Doc Ock.
I love it. I mean it with such love. I do. I'm so sorry. I know. You guys, if you haven't figured out, I feel like hammered hell, and so I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. So I'm so sorry.
I think we're all there.
Like,
Well, let's just say we went from PG to PG-13 to we're moving up to the R level. We're moving up to that R level.
That a little bit at Dick Cox, but you know, I think I was the only one that caught it.
You know, hold on.
Cool.
You cannot rate us for somebody's name.
No,
that
but
is
where
his
the
actual
conversation
name.
went, did.
I
Well,
think the conversation was for you because me and Greg still don't know what's going on with that conversation. Like, I legitimately mean it. He makes hot sauce and wood. Like, what better combo in life?
Okay, Philip, you need to tell your workplace that they need better internet.
Tell him, say, I gotta get me some con hour this on Tuesdays. You gotta get this fixed so I can watch my con hour here at work, and you gotta pay me to do it.
CJ, you can't just from the conversation. I want to know how I went the wrong way with that guy's name. Like, I still don't know how I did it.
Nope.
I'm sure it dealt. I'm sure it dealt something with the name and hot sauce. I mean, come on, it's CJ.
And yeah,
it's CJ. You got to figure.
Hot sauce first, though. Whatever. You know, I was trying to be clean. It's kind of like that whole cupcake conversation again.
And
like,
whipped cream and icing, and yeah, you know.
Speaking of,
y'all went dirty on that.
Speaking of, Galveston Robotics is coming on Thursday night at 6
with cupcakes.
And I'm sure they'll talk about the cupcake lady.
Can we have the cupcake lady on, please? Like, come on. It's so much fun. And they have shirts that are cool, like, you know, cake dealer. I mean, come on.
Cake dealer.
That's awesome.
Who does not want that shirt? Okay, what's going on?
What's going on? The con hour is going on.
No,
yeah.
Sorry.
In your house, what's going on? Pretty much everything all the time.
You guys, honestly, I'm doing good to know what time it is. Okay, like
I'm
throwing it out there. Okay, and I'm sober. I'm not drunk yet. Drunk might make me feel better. Okay, alcohol totally might make me
on
feel
cold
better.
medicine is a different story. I
drink a bottle of NyQuil.
I'm just gonna drink a bottle of Jack.
There we go.
That's just gonna kill everything on the inside, right? So then all of this should go away.
Yep.
Why not? I'm down.
Hey.
I'm down.
So with Beaumont, I mean, we had Clint there. They have changed their dates again to September 24th and 25th for next year.
Dude, what are you doing to us, man?
I don't know. I know a lot of things have changed with the pandemic, but we'll ask our guests as well. What do y'all think of the cons changing their dates, and then like Comic Palooza changing their date permanently from the last one?
That's just painful. Personally, from my perspective, I liked how they were already spread out and put. And because of COVID, everything
Who
got
is
shuffled
that?
around, and now they're keeping it. That is Philip Johnson.
Oh my God, Philip! Yeah, a man after my own heart. Oh my gosh.
Him and Anubis are going to
alcohol tendencies is
be him
my
and Anubis are going to be going neck and neck with
him
that.
Anubis, and then
Trithek.
Trithak.
Trithak. He's you know, he gave me the biggest compliment. I told my husband that, and he was like, Amy, I don't know if that's a compliment. I said, it sure is to this Southern Texan. Sure is. Yes, it is.
Definitely.
He said, if Texas had a personality, it'd be me. Oh, hell yes. I will own it. Yes, I love it. So that guy, you have a spot in my heart 100%. But Philip,
100%
yes,
a compliment.
compliment. Yes. But Philip, you know, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. And technically, it's morning. I got a
5
couple
o'clock
of like
somewhere.
You still got 29 minutes here.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, I mean,
But-
honestly, I could just take a couple shots. I've made up for the hours I've been awake, and then just keep drinking. I mean, I'm just saying.
But yeah,
Anyway,
I'm kind of not. I'm
about
not
the
happy.
Comic-Cons. I
I'm
don't
not
like
happy
it.
with Comic Palooza changing their dates permanently.
I don't. because
One,
then it
as big
smacks.
as a con as that was, everybody actually looked forward to having Memorial Day off, and now they're not going to be able to have the day off afterwards. So
Well,
that
plus,
kind of hurts.
You've got a loyalty factor to certain Comic-Cons, and
Okay,
since
well,
certain
wait a
ones
minute.
are
You
changing.
also
So
have
certain
to
ones
think
are
of people
changing.
like me. We don't get days off.
Yeah.
We work 7 days. So
What's a day off?
What is
I know
that?
that feeling.
yeah,
What
what is
is
a
this?
weekend? Like, can someone describe
Sleep?
that to
What
me?
is that? We
'Cause
don't know what that is anymore.
I don't know what that is.
What is this sleep you speak of? But it's like you have loyalty to certain Comic-Cons, and then COVID went and screwed everything up and shuffled the deck, and so now it's like you have to choose between the loyalty of some cons over others, and it's
Well, okay.
brutal.
Here's my take from a new con goer. Okay. A new con goer. Do you like that?
Con
title?
goer,
I like
yes.
that. Anyways, I know COVID
Amy
has
from
shook
the
up.
Congo.
I know that COVID shook up a bunch of stuff,
Mhm.
but I also think that if some dates weren't working for Comic Cons, now was the opportunity to change it to something that might work better. Or if you're another one, say that you're some of the smaller ones, like Comic Palooza is just that's a hot mess in and of itself. Okay, so I'm not even gonna tackle that one. But like the smaller ones, sometimes it might be a smarter move. This is me personally to have them kind of closer together. It may keep the momentum from all the cons going to help some of the smaller ones that are just establishing, or it could totally kill them because people are like, I'm tired as hell and I'm out. You know, I don't really know. I'm just
Number
saying
2.
maybe it's a way for all the smaller ones to kind of gather together and help each other
Well,
out with the momentum.
Yeah, it ends up
I
being
think-
brutal on like the vendors, the artists, and everything, and even the con goers. They're gonna get conned out.
Yes, and I don't know about Comic Palooza because if I recall, San Diego's also in July, and I have a
They
bad
won't
feeling
win.
that they're.
They will not win with San Diego.
I
because
think that they're going to hit the same dates, and if that's the case, then
they
all the
won't
good
win.
names are going to be going to San Diego.
Well,
They
but
won't be coming
it's
here.
not even that though, right? So like the San Diego Comic Con hasn't been going on for like 2 years, right?
100%.
Like, yes, John,
Great.
suck on. Yes.
100%.
Yeah, but I will say people are dying for the San Diego one to come back. Not literally dying, but they really want that one to come back, right? So like nothing's gonna top that one. But with all the stuff that's going on in California and stuff, I know that they say that they're coming back. I'm gonna be leery if they're gonna be back in person next year. I feel like with all the restrictions and stipulations and stuff that are currently happening, I bet you it's gonna be back online. If it's online. I don't think
Probably. I would agree with you on that because I think the restrictions are actually getting worse. But the problem is where Comic Palooza comes into play is if it's right next to Comic Conroe, I know a lot of people end up doing either back to back or they have to choose one or the other because they're both pretty good sized ones and they end up getting mushed.
Back to back is hard.
It
And
is.
my first year at Beaumont, and I have to say, because I had done back to back, and hit me hard
Mhm.
because I ended up selling out of books at the first Beaumont Comic Con, which was 60 books. The weekend after, I had the Texas Ren
What
Fest.
a bad problem.
Well, it is
Well, it
when you
is
have
if
to
you have
do
to get
you
books
have to
right
do an
away.
emergency order.
I get
That
it. It
ended
costs
up-
you more money.
It ended up costing just about as much as I made at Beaumont
Agreed, Tritech.
to run a
Hey.
Texas Ren Fest. But I have to say, I did good at Ren Fest too. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to get back there.
I mean, I could say,
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I think there's good and bad things that can come out of it, right? And this is just an outsider looking in. I don't know how the logistics works of cons. I'm new to that realm. But I think from a participant standpoint of just going to them, hell yeah, the more I can go to and like fills my weekend because I live here in like the boonies where nothing goes on. Fantastic, right? But like from a vendor standpoint, I can understand that it would be really stressful. I would think that having them closer to the surrounding Houston areas, right? Like Comic Palooza, Comic Conroe, those are all like within a couple hours, an hour or two, maybe. Maybe that's not so bad. I'm also a millennial. So, I mean, we don't understand the term of not going. We don't know what standstill means. So, at least actual millennials, okay? I don't think the ones that now it's trending on how we need to just take life slow. Those are not real millennials. I don't associate with those as a millennial type because an actual millennial, we are very driven, go-getters, very determined people and very prideful people. So I associate with the actual millennials and not those, okay? So I'm just throwing it out there.
From a Gen Xer perspective, I mean, I know I like to pace. And because it ends up being a marathon and not a sprint, because the Comic Cons start in February and March, and they go all the way around. So if you've got back to back in there, that's a lot to do. And you end up picking and choosing which ones do you want to vend at and which ones do you want to attend. And like Greg said, if you end up, pretty close to selling out, you have to rush books for the next one on the next week. And it's not, I mean, I know Davy Jones had that issue. He sold out of all of his in 1 week, and he had another Comic Con the next week, and he was pulling 80 hours to try to get his stuff done for that next weekend.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is I have hit Houston so hard. It's time for me to expand out. I'm gonna have to start expanding out.
You want to come to Brian?
Well, when is it?
I don't know. I don't have a Comic Con. I don't know.
He wants you to create one. My
I'm working on it. I was working on it. I was talking with people there. I was working on it. You can come to the Christmas market.
My other thought is regarding the virtual ones. To me, they're like, why would I pay to watch somebody on TV that I get to watch on TV if I have their movie or their show?
Wait, I have something for that. Let me finish my Cheeto. Hold on.
The Cheeto interruption.
I'm sorry.
Stay tuned for the Cheeto.
Here's why that is
Hopefully
awesome.
she doesn't spit it out on the screen.
No.
Ew.
Here's why virtual, in my opinion, is awesome. So I know you want to like physically touch them, which I'm sure that you can't legally do. I'm sure that there's like
no, but you can get pictures taken.
Episode 7.
Yeah, pictures taken. Yes, Amy.
The beauty of virtual is you're not waiting in line to have access to them. You're in a room with a bunch of other people, but you will actually probably get questions answered in more one-on-one time, so say. And they're going to be more relaxed because they're in their comfortable element instead of kind of standing there, shaking hands, doing like the whole business aspect. They can be relaxed. And so you get them genuine instead of their business personality, their agent, their manager, doing whatever they're doing, right? You can like have them in a relaxed environment. They're more like forthcoming. They're more open. They're just chill, right? So I prefer virtual events. Now it's also really people-y out there and I don't dig people, but in my opinion, it works. Now the thing with the like loss of a picture,
I agree with this.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can screenshot it or you can like, hey, totally.
But no, you miss the experience of actually getting to meet this person. I mean, we
But
met.
see,
Okay, Kevin
you
Sorbo. We
get to
met
meet 'em.
Kevin Sorbo on the con hour, but to actually physically meet Kevin Sorbo to me was huge.
But see, here's the
I
thing
mean,
for
that's a
me.
huge difference for me.
I think the thing for me is I still see these people as just people. And I see people every day. Okay, look, here is a person that I see every day. Okay.
Hi.
I see people every day. And to me, they're just people. Yeah, they're probably worth a crap ton of money. Woo! Okay, way to make me feel worse about myself that I'm not making a ton of money, right? But whatever. But other than that, it's just a better, for me, it's a stronger connection and relationship, I guess, instead of meeting them in person, because I meet people all day in person. I don't really care about that. To me, that's just me personally. I don't like, not, okay, idolize is the word I'm going to use, but that's not the right word, but it's just, my mind's fuzzy, okay? But I don't put people like that up on a pedestal. They're just people, you know?
Well,
So,
I kind of see what you're saying, because I'm sorry. I mean, Ming Na Wen was here for Comic Palooza. She's a great person. I'm sure we haven't met her, but I'm not going to stand in line for 3
No,
to
I'm not
5
gonna
hours
No.
to go meet her. I mean, that's just abundant. But
Mhm.
if you were virtual, you might get, maybe she'd respond to you with typing or even speaking, depending on how many people are in the crowd. So I can actually see how that could be a little bit more personal, because they are in their comfort zone and haven't gone through 600 people before they meet you.
Mhm. I think it kind of just depends. I mean, if you can, I think it depends.
As a
I
vendor
think it depends.
standpoint, no, I do not like it. I would not pay to
No,
be a vendor on a virtual, because
you shouldn't pay to
one,
be a
as
vendor
a
on a
book,
virtual event.
But they
as
do.
a
They
book,
charge for it.
they do charge. Some of them, not all of them.
You shouldn't.
But they're not going to be able to get the books signed. Well, they can get them signed, and then, okay, now you have to add money for shipping and handling instead of charging them or giving them a discount like you would if you were in person at a con.
Yeah, I think from a vendor standpoint, virtual is not great. But I think for me, a Comic Con that goes virtual is now a summit. You're coming to listen to these people talk, interact with them, have
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one questions. It's no longer a con in that sense to me,
Mhm.
because I'm not going to have any vendors. I'm not going to do a vendor showcase. I'm not doing anything like that. It's now a summit, right? And that's probably, I mean, this is just my marketing, my marketing coming out. I would have probably pitched it that way, you know, but I mean,
Like I said, it
I,
depends
yeah.
on what type of, like, I
I
wouldn't
agree
go to
with
one of
that.
those huge cons because I don't like people that much. So I wouldn't be able to attend the
Who
huge
does?
cons. So
Who
for me, the
does?
smaller cons work. And a lot of times you can find like that gold nugget of the person that you really kind of wanted to meet.
Well, I
Well,
like
you know,
people watching too. So
well, there's
That's
in
fun.
person.
people
That
watching.
is fun.
But also, you don't get to deal with the con hour in person in all of our glory. Okay.
Yes.
So it's that's the reason to go in person.
Well,
right
unless
there.
they're at one of the cons that we're at, and then
That's what
we'll
I'm
be
saying.
happy.
That's the reason to go in person right there, is because all three of us together, you really just don't know what's going to come out of any of our mouths.
It's gonna
And
make you
That's-
laugh though, whatever it is. I
That's
promise.
what's going to make CypherCon so hard for me, because it is going to be a new spot for me in Lake Charles. So I am going to want to sell my books, but yet I'm also going to want to do stuff for the show, and it's going to be hard to be at both places.
When is
Now, the
CypherCon?
only good thing, April 1st through 3rd, only good thing is I'm pretty sure she'll be invited back, because they are inviting back all the previous guests, but Veronica Smith will be there, so she'll probably be able to help me, which will be a good thing, because I know being in Lake Charles, her husband Kelly's going to come to
Well, I can check.
April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
I can check with Super Hubby and see if I can come for the con hour, but I wouldn't be selling books there.
No, I don't
I
even
try
know
to-
their
I
I
try to
don't
just
even
sell
know
'em in
their
Texas.
availability.
Yeah, I
Like
just
I
try
said,
to
I
sell in
can't.
Texas.
I
okay,
can't do
here's
that.
the real reason they're doing it in Lake Charles. Okay, it's because people are gonna.
Yes,
meet up
thank
with
you,
Christina.
Candace.
Thank you, Candace.
Yay!
Oh,
Give
Candace,
Candace a
she's my
heart.
BFF too. I love her.
I have to say this. I woke
I
up
love her.
Monday morning and I saw the post that Candace put, and I hadn't had my coffee yet, and my eyes actually watered a little. So,
Aw.
Candace, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Like I said, she gets the heart.
I don't even have the
Yes.
opportunity to do that. I'm so jealous. Oh, I love
And I was
it.
like, oh my God, that was so sweet. The post that she made. It was a picture of the coffee cup, and then it was like, the con is over, but no fret. The con hour is still with y'all.
I
So
love
yeah, yeah.
Whether you want us or not, we're kind of like I don't
Hey, you
even
know,
know
if you do want us, we are available to stalk you. I'm for hire. Okay. not even gonna lie. I will
Watch
stalk you
episode
and
7.
commentate your day.
be careful what
Yeah.
you ask for.
Anyways, if you want me to commentate your day, you know, I can be your commentator. I am open for
And
that.
she brings children with her to
I will.
enjoy the
Yes,
day.
I will bring them with me, and you know, let's just go back to the cupcake. I will be fully clothed, stalking you. I won't be naked. Like, I feel like that's a disclaimer that we need to put on the bottom of the show is we all have clothes on and none of us are naked. Okay, but I am available to do that. I have no issues commentating your life and your every move, or just stalking you if you want me to. I mean, I'm open. I don't care. Whatever. I'm open.
You know, I keep giving episode 7, and it's like, you know,
I really hope
Jamie Beebe, that should be our number 1 show, because I'm figuring people are going to be going to watch that. Like, what the hell's he talking about?
Yes, Candace, I will bring you snacks. You want
Episode 7 is known as notorious as Order 66.
It's basically, for those who don't know, we did a podcast, which was at DegaCon, by the way,
Yes,
with
Raymond
Jamie
Stockman
Beebe,
Meatball.
who is also a casting director, and she is also a true crime stalking podcast person.
Yes, she is.
So when we mentioned the stalking, episode 7, that's what we were referring to, especially for all those who just joined us recently.
Yeah.
And I have to say thank you for all the new members. That was, our mouths dropped when we saw how many this week.
Well,
But they like us. They really like us.
Yes, or they like to laugh at us. Either one. Candace, answer your question. Yes, girl, I'll bring you snacks, wine, cupcakes, anything you want. I'll take you to lunch. Yes, you want to go to lunch?
Yes. We'll make it there, but she'll try to bring them.
I'll bring it.
Just stop by and say hi, because I know I'm between y'all two.
All right, I will bring.
Now I feel really left out up here in Lufkin. I'm feeling, you know, just yeah.
Yeah,
I feel left out now.
Stock hire. I'm gonna stock Candace. Love it. Love it. And
I feel all lonely up here with our little bees.
Hey, I think I came through Lufkin when I came down. Or I saw the sign for Lufkin.
There's no way you would have gone north and then back south. Come on now.
No.
I don't know. I saw a sign that said Lufkin. I
was like,
probably said 80 miles.
Maybe. No, maybe.
Usually people know Lufkin because that's the halfway point when they're going up East Texas. They always stop in Lufkin to eat because there's lots of food here to eat.
No, I usually just drive straight on through. Hell with that. I want to get where I'm going.
A lot of people stop because it's a good bathroom break.
Do you have a Buc-ee's?
No. But
then it ain't a good bathroom break, girl. Like, you got no Buc-ee's, it ain't a good bathroom break.
2 hours north of Houston.
There we go, Candace.
2 hours south of Tyler. And so usually people stop.
Well, see, I just go straight on through until I hit 70. Then I hit 79, and then 79, I take my right and I go to Shreveport.
Do you see how she started her sentence? Remember I was talking about y'all, all y'all, and all y'alls? She said, all y'all can come. Good job, Candace. She used it right.
So, yeah.
You go to Shreveport too, Greg? Oh my gosh, my grandparents live in Bossier City.
I used to go there to gambling. Now it's more of the Lake Charles since it's a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's closer to you, but my grandparents, they live up in Bossier. So we'd made that drive one time over there, and then I went to the casino they're on the water, so they're legal.
This is what confused me with all the traveling that I've done. It's like because my wife's from Augusta, and we used to go up to I-20 and then go all the way to Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found out that it's like 70 miles shorter to go I-10 and then go up 80. And it's like,
Yeah.
you're still going north. I mean, and you go a little bit farther. It's just sometimes it's confusing.
I want to go back and why is it legal if it's on the water?
Why is what gambling?
Yes.
The boats in the
Because
water.
the boat's in the water. Don't ask the state. Don't ask us.
So all they have to do is build a lake, put a boat on it. And
No,
it's
it
legal.
has to do with
It
Man,
also
my-
depends on. They used to make them go out further.
yeah, you used to have to be like
Love you too,
With the-
Candace.
in the actual like river. Used to have to be like floating or moving, but now they have like the bridge. The boat just has to be in the water.
Basically, because if you're on the water, you're
Yeah.
basically on a
On the
border, so
border.
whose jurisdiction?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just float over jurisdiction. If somebody's
Look at
coming
that.
your way,
He
go the
knows
other
all
way.
about it. Oh, your secret side's coming out. I love it. I love it.
Well, he probably goes over to Las Vegas or Reno, depending on his location.
Riverboat
Yep.
gambling is legal. Thank you.
Well, there we go.
John. That is
Now,
true.
I
Yeah,
thought you
'cause
meant that
John-
it was
John
on the
lives in-
water. I thought you meant the building was next to the water. I'm like, so just build a
No,
lake next to your
riverboats. They
casino
put
and
'em on
you're
riverboats.
legal. Okay. Well, see, that's
Riverboats.
yeah. Okay. Now you've clarified that for me. That makes more sense.
Now, why they stopped having to move, I don't know. John could probably answer that one, but
Johnny
They're
John,
not allowed to
do you
move?
know it? I'm gonna call him
they
that.
they used to have to go out and then come back.
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
and then you'd go up to get to your hotel and you'd be going off and it's like, well, crap, I might as well go back gambling since we're not even on the shore.
Yeah.
How did we go? Okay.
we,
I'm ADD and sometimes I can't even
We-
track our conversation.
you should know we're going to take the conversation wherever it goes. And I think we
Aw.
got here from Lake Charles being at
I
Cypher.
think so.
Yeah, and
I
I
think
said that the
so.
real reason was because you're gonna go to the con during the day and you're gonna go gamble at night.
hmm
I'm going to try not to spend as much gambling as I normally would,
Well, like you
but
got
I'm going to be
limits, so, like,
tired.
don't like
Gambling
it.
floor has to be on water. Aha.
Yeah. Hey, Greg. So if
The
you hit,
things
like,
you
$1 million,
learn on
you
the
know?
con hour.
Well, Greg, when you hit $1 million in your gamble when you go to CypherCon, remember us little people. Okay.
Okay.
Remember
If-
us
if I had-
lonely people up here.
If I hit $1 million, I'm going to have to remember myself.
Okay.
Who the hell am I again?
Who am I and how did I get here?
I'll probably
What's
change
that
my
quote
name.
from? What's that quote from? Who
I
am
ain't
I
even
and
gonna
how did I
answer.
get here?
I remember the quote, but I'm not even
The
there
tomorrow
today.
people.
I'm not even
Never
there
seen
today.
that.
Oh, that's sad.
But one thing I do have to say, again, Galveston Robotics Thursday, we're going to have Mary
Yay.
Jo and Johnny back on, which will be
Yay.
fun because they're fun to be around. They're both a trip.
But this is
Yeah.
a 2 for week.
And then Saturday, we have PJ Mann,
Mhm.
who's paranormal suspense thriller author. Looking forward to that one. She's actually, I know she's overseas. I don't know if it's Italy or I know it's in Europe.
She's in Italy.
She is in Italy. Okay. So we'll have her on, and of course, time change. So that had to be Saturday at 11 a.m. Time change, time difference. And then CL Connolly
Mhm.
on the next Tuesday.
At
And
11.
then October 30th, we have Vicky Gasco Green, ventriloquist. And I'm looking forward to that show. That's going to be a fun
That's
show.
on the 29th.
I think that's
Is that the 29th?
That's the 29th at 6.
I don't think I'm gonna make that one.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
right. You
Friday
got
night.
Friday night. Because you have
I'll
rim
be at
tests
Rim
on
Fest on the
Saturday.
30th. Yeah.
That's TK Gorman's homecoming. So
And that was one of the things we were talking about. That could be why Beaumont changed, because this weekend was actually Beaumont's homecoming, which
Mhm.
that kind of did, I think that did put a damper on some of the people coming to the
that
show.
may have.
Because all the kids that would spend money with some of the vendors.
I think I
Or
only went
now-
to one homecoming when I was in high school, and then I went to prom. Yeah, that's all. I don't remember.
I did 3 homecomings and I didn't bother with prom.
I know I did prom. I think I did one homecoming. I was about the same. One homecoming and prom.
Yeah, we chose to go out as a group and just go camping for the weekend and have fun.
But anyway, guys, I know it's going to be a shorter than usual show, but definitely look forward to the other ones that we will be uploading, hopefully later today. If not,
I'm
we
working
will
on
start
it. I'm
tomorrow,
working on it. I'll get you at least one today.
and we will put them on YouTube.
I'm working on it.
And of course, we'll put the ones
Any
that we
requests?
can on the podcast.
Any requests on order, or was it the order you wrote down?
The order that I wrote down is good.
Okay, you'll get at least one today.
But definitely looking forward to seeing y'all on Thursday. Please join us because Galveston Robotics, that's going to be fun. And I do want to talk to Johnny about STEM, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And that's with a bunch of students. So that will be
And
fun.
thank everybody who joined us today.
Yes. Thank you
I'm
all
not
for
going to
joining
pull
us.
a romper room moment and say, I see so and so and so and so.
So, no. Oh, man, that show, that goes
Romper,
way
bumper,
back.
stomper, do tell me.
That
I was
goes
gonna
way
say,
back.
I don't even
Do
know
all
what you
my
guys are
friends have
talking
fun and
about.
play.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh
And
my
before
gosh.
CJ starts singing, I think we need to end this.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Adios, everyone. Y'all